Hello, my friends, and welcome. Your Pony over here, and we're going to talk about Whisper of the Old Gods, the new Hearthstone expansion, and it's going to come in late April, early May. That's at least what they said on stream. And they also confirmed that standard format is not going to be coming like next week, so do not expect that. But actually, that the deck slots are coming early on. I don't know if it's this Monday already or on Wednesday, but the deck slots are already prepared, so we're gonna have that early, and there are already 6 cards released, and I really like the theme where they're going with this. I mean, they were like talking about it, and they were like, yeah, we have, for example, the loot hoarder, and he got polluted by the Whisper of the Old Gods, because I mean, they're like sitting below the earth or wherever they're chained in Azeroth, and they're like, no, they're corrupting the minions. It's not good. And I like the storyline. It looks pretty cool. And we're going to talk about the 6 new cards now. We're going to start with the polluted hoarder, actually. It's a 4/2 minion. 4/4 that draws a card when it dies. So, like a beast loot hoarder, actually. The problem with that card is it has the same stats as BGH. And BGH can remove a 7 drop. Like a 7 HP, 7 attack minion, you know? Which means that, well, you can play a loot hoarder for 4 that draws you a card. Or you play BGH for 3 that actually removes a big minion from the board. So I do not see this being all too good. Probably a weak card. Next up, we're going to have the corrupted healbot, and I like that card. It looks really good. First of all, you would be like, yeah, okay, 5 for 6/6. 5 drop 6/6 looks okay, and the death rattle is it heals the enemy for 8. Instant thought, Organized Soul Priest. You get a corrupted healbot. You deal 8 damage when he dies. And he's a freaking 6/6. So you can play him on curve. You can be safe that he doesn't die in a turn instantly if you already have the board. And if he dies and you play an Organized Soul Priest, you're actually going to burst 8 damage into the face. So it's like a even bigger zombie shell. I know Baron Rivendare is going out of standard format. You know, Baron Rivendare. But you still have to think about, what about wild format? I mean, you know the old zombie shell, Organized Soul Priest combo, Circle of Feeling, getting killed? Well, Baron Rivendare corrupted healbot combo with Organized Soul Priest twice. That'd be 16 damage per corrupted healbot. What? That would be something for, I don't know, Russian or one of those YouTubers that actually takes on challenges. I think that would be something to pull through. I really like the card. It's definitely strong in arena, in my opinion. I mean, you don't care about healing the enemy for 8. So it's like if 6/6 for 5, it's just going to be a beastie value drop. And if you have Organized Soul Priest in arena, it's even better. Also, we have the next card, Validated Doomsayer. His entry punchline is, I was right all along, because the end is there. You know, the old gods are coming, going to destroy everything. So he was right. Got a clap for Validated Doomsayer. Really great minion somewhere. He's a 5 drop. That's an 0/7. And at the start of your turn, he goes for 7/7. Which means for me, if you have board control, he's insanity. Like, you have a zoo deck. You have, I don't know, you have a warrior deck. Like after Brawl, for example. Brawl, Doomsayer. Afterwards, the Validated Doomsayer. He survives. He survives a light bomb. So... worst case scenario with an Emperor, you could put him out, light bomb, and then he's still going to be the one survivor, 7/7 next turn, and he's actually BGH safe. So let's play the scenario you actually have board control, put him down, your enemy cannot remove him, or like he has 7 HP, you know? Even if your enemy has like 1 minion on the board, he could deal like 2 damage to it or 3 damage, but it's still gonna be a 7/4 then. If you can heal it up or just like trade with it or attack with it, it's great. And it's like safe from BGH for 1 turn. So it's like a Sea Giant for 5. Only difference is, if you already have the board control, it's not getting BGH instantly. So you get like safe 7 damage. You know? It's interesting. It's gonna be funny to see people playing it. I think it's like the Reliquary Seeker. It can be good if the perfect situation is there. But if it's not coming, then it's gonna be a sucky card. Or like Gormok, if you have a good board, you can make it work. If you don't get the board running, he's like sitting in your hand and waiting for his action. Okay. The next card up is one of the old god. It's cthun. I think that's how they pronounce it. I'm sorry, I'm still German. I tried to get that out right. I think it's cthun, correct? He's a 10 mana minion for 6/6. And the battle cry is deal damage equal to this minion's attack randomly split among all enemies. On first eyeing, well, okay, so he would deal 6 damage when he enters the board, split among all enemies. Not all too bad, 6/6, safe from BGH, so sounds good. But with the next cards, is even getting more fun. And I think cthun might be one of the 10 drops that's viable to play. We have Rafam somewhere with a 10 drop spell. We have a Varian Rain somewhere, but he's like, yeah, do you really want to play him? It's often going for fatigue with that deck. So it's not all too perfect. But cthun might be funny because he finally has something you can drop him. And he might remove the board or ODK your enemy. There are like possible scenarios with this. I think we're going to see cthun decks. Maybe he's also pretty much overrated. The thing is, we don't know all 16 buff cards for the old gods, and they're going to be buff cards for the old gods. As for example, the next one, the Beckoner of Evil, or beckoner, or I think Beckoner of Evil. It's a 2-drop, and give you a cthun +2/+2, wherever it is. Which means you play her on turn 2, and your cthun is in your deck, he gets +2/+2. So if you play him, he's already 8 damage split amongst everyone. You play 2, he's already 10. I think you get what I mean. The Beckoner of Evil's good. It's a 2-drop that has 2/3. I mean, currently what's being played, Jonas Aspirin, has a slight upside. You play the Flame Juggler, yeah, you know, you might hit the face, so why not play Beckoner of Evil? You have Sunfury Protector. So it's like, it's a fine card to play. Just from the pure stat perspective and like that you're building up for late game, you can just play her really good and it's not actually a downside. Just a safe 2-drop. Good for board control, good for presence. Zombie Shout for 2, that actually goes for late game combo finishers. So cthun can get buffed by those cards, and there are way more cards coming like this to actually go for some crazy late game shitty stuff. We have the Twilight Elder, for example, and he's like, at the end of your turn, give cthun +1/+1, wherever it is. And he's a 3/4 for 3. That means he's a spell singer or a spider tank, actually, a spider tank, that has an effect. And I mean, a 3/4 for 3 doesn't die instantly. So if you coin him out, you might trade +1/+1. You might trade again +1/+1. In a priest, you might even survive for 2, 3, 4, 5 turns. You buff him up. You play Twilight Elder and you start like buffing him. He goes like 3/6. You double his health. Oh my god, 3/12. And he goes like, oh, the cthun, you're gonna be gigantic. You play 2 of them, and then you buff both. That's great. I'm sorry. I lost myself there. So this is going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. And the really, really great thing about Whisper of the Old Gods is when the expansion comes out and you log in, you're going to get 3 free booster packs. Thank you, Blizzard. And they said in the very first booster pack you open, there's going to be cthun in. So you're going to get that one for free. You can definitely build a cthun deck. That will definitely make him overrated because everyone's like, oh, let's play cthun, let's play cthun. And, you know, so that's going to be interesting to see what people will make out of him. But there are definitely great things coming. I expect more polluted cards like the corrupted healbot, polluted hoarder, and stuff like that. It's going to be interesting. We're going to see old cards in a new disguise. Definitely. I mean, we have the doomsayer changed. Like a new doomsayer. And I guess they're going to make like more cards like this. This is why I love the theme. It seems like, oh yeah, we're lazy. We're gonna take old cards and just make them cooler, you know, or different, so we don't have to think so much. But I actually like the theme because you can really feel into it, like just like the storyline on where Hearthstone is going currently. So that is super great, and the expansion is gonna be a lot of fun. Late April, early March, they said. So we still have to wait a bit. We still have to wait for standard a bit. Be prepared for Druids, Fun Roar. You're gonna stand through this, guys. Stay strong. Don't relent. You know, if the Secret Paladins are overwhelming, play Summoning Stone Mage. If there are too many Druids, quit for an hour, come back. If there are too many Druids, quit for an hour, come back. They'll be gone someday. People will get bored of that deck too. Try to have your fun in the game. There's soon a new expansion coming. Save up your gold, play Arena, get more gold. And we're going to have some amazing pack opening madness as soon as that is out. Have a wonderful day. I hope you could get some information out of this. Thank you for watching, and tune in for the live stream.